guys, hello. Going for my first first night drive of Christmas, just to go and have a look around, see if we can see any lights out. The lights should have come on by now, so just want to go and have a look and see what we can see. I've got the GoPro rigged on that new rubber mount legs that I bought, so it seemed to work alright today. I haven't looked at the point of view yet to see how it looks. I can see from the small screen on the back roughly, but just big size. I don't know how it looks, how it's going to present, so but I think it'll be alright. So yeah, I wanted to do this the other night, but just got a bit busy and during the day and was a bit tired at night. So it's Saturday night, the night before voting, before the elections here in Romania, so it's a pretty quiet night. I mean, obviously a lot of stuff is closed still, so it is pretty quiet. So yeah, I'll just head I'm heading down past sort of Piazza Romana and down the main boulevards through Piazza Victoria and head out toward Banasa, toward the airport, the secondary airport, because that's where you tend to capture the really nice lights, Christmas lights that they put up on the streets. So yeah, I don't even know if they're on yet, but I'm assuming they are, given we're a week into December now, so they should be. Still a little bit sad thinking that we don't have a full-blown Christmas this year with Corona, which has been it's been a shit of a year really. With, you know, it's amazing what that virus has done to the world, the way it's just changed. It's changed the world, I don't know if you'd say forever, but it's definitely changed it for the next few years to come, that's for sure. And definitely going to make people think for a long time to come about, you know, their practices, personal hygiene and the way you operate as a business, and so it's changed that whole landscape for a long time. But one of the things I love about Romania is this time of year, because it's so significant culturally but also religiously, and which obviously two things that I'm very big on. I love countries that retain their culture and have a pride in themselves as a nation and their own identity, and retaining it, not giving it away or watering it down for the sake of political correctness. You know, it's your country, it's your heritage, you know, it's what your forefathers and forebears built. Something should be, you know, people should be proud of their countries. But in recent years, unfortunately, in the West, you know, we've taken this, in the West we've been told to subscribe to this philosophy where it's not good to think of nationhood. It's not good to be a patriot. It's not good to think about keeping your identity. It's all about social engineering and changing everything so that we become more inclusive, which I'm not against. You know, believe me. If I sound like I'm heading in a certain direction, I'm not. I'm all about inclusiveness, but inclusiveness doesn't come at the risk of, like I say, losing your identity and the sense of nationhood. So getting back to that, that's one thing I do really love about Romania is that, for the most part, it retains its culture and its identity and remains strong in that sense. Still has a good sense of itself, but so yeah, I respect that a lot, and I also love the fact that Christmas here has a real feeling. It is very religious, being Eastern Orthodox. So yeah, it has a huge meaning. Yeah, and everybody gets involved, you know, from, you know, when you start to fast, and then up through the work up to December, and then into early December, and pretty much then everything in December becomes significant. So all the days in December, yeah, become significant here. They'll have a meaning, a certain saint being celebrated, and then you obviously have Mos Nikolai being separate to actually Christmas Day, and it's almost like you have two Santas coming and two Christmases for kids. It's just about everyone getting together, and the food, and being a sense of family. So I love it. So again, that takes me back to, sorry if I digress and go off a bit, just get many thoughts coming through your head when you're just talking to the camera, and so this person's just asking for trouble here on this bicycle in front of me. It's just stupid. It's one of the main busiest intersections, and just ignores the red light, pulls up ahead of all of us, no helmet, and then we'll expect everyone to give way to them. Let's see what the person does. So far, I'm actually a little bit sad so far, because there should have been some lights on back there, which there weren't. So it's a little bit of an indicator to me that maybe the lights haven't gone on yet, which would be very strange. I don't know why. You know, it's the 5th of December. So normally by this time we're well and truly ready to celebrate Christmas. And that's the other thing I was getting at with the impact of Corona and how sad it's been, is the Christmas markets is the other thing I love about Christmas time here. Just being able to go out to all the Christmas markets, buy some Vinfiat, the hot mulled wine, which is so nice on a cold night. The wine is warm, or hot I should say. It's not warm, it's actually scaldingly hot sometimes, but it just warms you up, goes straight through you, gives you a sense of warmth. Yeah, and then just buy some food at the markets as well, you know. It's one of those life's little pleasures. But unfortunately being stripped away from us this year by this bloody virus. So like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed I haven't seen any. I mean, this is not traditionally big light area. The light area is just down on the boulevards down here. So I'm sort of taking a half route through, because I'll get a good idea of whether they're on or not after we get down here at this intersection, because there's no use then driving out to Banassa or out to the airport. if the lights are not on. Oh shit. Whoop. I was watching the lady at the pedestrian crossing back there, so much so that I only caught this red light at the last minute. Well, I'm in fact going to go out and guess and put my money on that lights are not on, because I can actually see them. I can see them strung on the poles down to my left and right back there, which is one of the main boulevards again, and they're definitely strung up, but they're not on. And that's very, very, very sad. Places have got their own individual lights running, but that's to be expected. But wow, I just don't understand that. We don't have the big market in front of the palace or the People's Parliament. We don't have the big market in front of Parliament House. With the big 30-metre Christmas tree that's so iconic, you know, normally starts 1st of December. 1st of December is the official opening, but I think it actually starts normally in the last week of November. It kicks off. So yeah, it's just been really, we don't have that, so that market's gone. See, so this is the point I made here. See all the decorations, you can just make them out, but yeah, they're not lit up. So yeah, it's very disappointing and a little bit sad that that's happened. So we don't have the markets, fair enough. Okay, you want to enforce Corona and say, you know, no markets. Fair enough, we get that. But to not have the lights on, yeah, I don't know. And the lights are one of the nice things here about this city and Christmas. They do them so well. They just look absolutely stunningly beautiful, because they're normally wrapped around the trees, the posts, right down the boulevards. As far as the eye can see, you just see the lights. And yeah, all right. So interesting to see, does that, all those lights kick off again? Will they come on at some stage? Interesting. What's the bet they come on tomorrow night for election? Tomorrow's election day. What's the bet miraculously tomorrow the lights come on? So yeah, like I said, there's no use me driving out to the airport then, because if they're on here, they'll be on everywhere. I said this is one of the main boulevards, so, and as you can see, all strung up, but no life. It's pretty pretty sad. Again, the same, exactly the same down here. Thing I might get home and actually read about that. Just do a little bit of reading in the papers and see if there's actually any articles that mentioned about the lighting. So that makes me think now, do I still post this as a nighttime driving video with commentary, or for those that might be interested in seeing a slightly different perspective to the city at night? Or do I just bin the video because I came out really with the purpose of making the Bucharest Christmas lights video and they're not on? Out. We'll find out eventually what the case is. Fucking idiot. So yeah, there you go guys, caught that one on camera. It's one of those fine examples of what I keep saying about people here just go around roundabouts, etc., and just have no freaking idea of how to stick into a lane. So he came around the corner in the second lane and decided he wanted to exit in my lane when right on top of me, so great. Very, very freaking annoying when that happens. So you can see all the unlit lights along here as well. So these are all normally well lit up. Yeah, again, like I said, it's just very, very odd. So yeah, look, the opportunity's not gone to waste. I'll get back home and go to the local Stop and Shop and just pick up. I do need some milk and what else? Maybe get some eggs and some bacon for Sunday to have a Sunday breakfast. I was actually wondering today why there were so many police out. There's police everywhere at the moment, and yeah, I forgot about. I was reminded by my partner that it's voting day tomorrow, so probably all out just securing areas, testing their posts for election day. So this van in front of me here, if you can make it out, Polizia Locale, Sector 1 or Sector 1. So these are the local police. They don't have as much weight as the full-blown police. Normally they got the powers to stop and detain until the full police arrive. So they are police, but they're not sort of full police. They're like, I suppose the equivalent in England would be the PCOs, the community officers, same sort of thing. Then you have your normal police. Have your normal police, then you have your gendarmerie are more your head kickers, I suppose, or so they're more to do, brought in when you need to deal with brute force or they're expecting trouble. I suppose you'd say riot police. Yeah, they're dedicated, almost like dedicated riot police. So this little coffee shop here, just on the left, very, very famous. I should say chocolate shop, because it's more a chocolate shop. So people come there, it's always packed. So anything you want to do with chocolate, particularly chocolate crepes, drinks of all sorts, chocolate, that's where you go. Okay, well, what can I say other than very disappointing? I shall go and do some reading to try and find out why the lights are not on the 5th of December. 20 days out from Christmas and the city's dead. Like I said, take the markets away, understand that, social distancing and all that, but why? I don't understand why the lights are not on. Alright, so recording left on this, I think, so almost get from here halfway back home. Okay, I've got no idea what these two on this bicycle are doing in front of us, because they shouldn't be coming straight across this way. Anyway, so I'm just one of those firm believers again. I'm one of those firm believers, if you use the road, you pay for the benefit of it, and you've got to be licensed, Roads are for cars, not for bicycles. Bike lanes are for bike lanes, cool, no problem. But if you want to ride your bicycle in the middle of the road and risk getting hit, having an injury, etc., and the rest of us have got to pay taxes and insurance and things like that, then I think you should have some kind of license and pay some kind of levy as well. So tell us what you think about driving, what you've seen through Bucharest that night. Fairly well lit, easy to drive in, not easy. I mean, this is the centre of the city, mind you, so you get out a little bit further and yeah, you get onto some places just no lighting at all, and it is pitch black, and all those old techniques like aiming at the side of the road and everything got to come into play because you just can't see anything. But for the most part, driving around the city at night is not too bad. It's very well lit. This is a funny little crossing here because you got the crossing which there's often people at, then you got the stop sign, so you have to stop, but you can't see what's coming from your left, so you've got to move out across the crossing to be able to get a view, because those cars are always parked right on the corner, you just can't see. Still recording, it should be. So it's still recording, hasn't cut itself off. I was just going to say the other thing to be, couple of tips to be wary of too, are the orange light situation here. I find more so that when you come to traffic lights here, the orange light's way shorter than a lot of other places. Or sometimes there's just no orange at all, it's just red and green, so you got to be a little bit careful. But yeah, the orange light in most cases, I definitely like when we drive Australia, the orange light lasts for a fair while, because they realise people, you know, they're still transiting or they're big intersections or something, so you know, they give you a little bit of time. But so yeah, they give you a little bit of time, but not here. The orange here just goes green, orange, 1-2 seconds, bang, to red. So you always suggest just, if it's going orange, stop. Don't run the orange, because you'll end up probably running a red light.